Alright folks, we're now in 2021 and PRS have unveiled several new lines of products. We're going to take our time to focus on each of those lines as we go, but I want to start with what is probably going to be the most popular for this year, the revisions to the SE Custom 24 line. So let's dig in. Right then, so as I say, we're going to take a look first of all at the SE Custom 24 lineup. If last year was anything to go by, whereby PRS celebrated their 35th anniversary of the Custom 24, it was a big year for them. It's going to be hard to top the sheer number of different models that they put out last year, but what they've done is just do what they do best, which is make a few subtle revisions here and there on the guitar that they learned from a lot of the products they put out last year. They released so many models with so many different options. It's nice to see that for this year they've just decided to streamline things a little bit, but also take on a few of the appointments that they introduced for the 35th anniversary guitars. So for example, there's now the standardization of the Custom 24 2408 model, which is what I'm holding here. If you don't know what that means, last year they decided to implement 2408 switching as standard on the Custom 24 guitars. And what that means is that rather than having the standard 5-way position blade switch that you have normally on a Custom 24, you instead have a 3-way position switch and 2 mini toggles which act as taps for each pickup, giving you 8 different tones in total. You've now got that as a standard model in its own right. The nice thing about that, I think, is that you've got the option of both, because I felt like last year with a lot of the 35th anniversary guitars with this particular wiring setup, every time I played one of these I thought, this is what I really like. You've got extra sounds that you didn't have on the standard model, and yet when I would go back and play certain guitars like the Wood Library Custom 24s, which had that more traditional 5-way switch, I then started to prefer those. So it's nice that you've got the option of either this year. You're also seeing a very slight revision to the top of these guitars. They're now going for what they call a shallow violin top curve on all these guitars. To me, it looks a little bit more beveled. It's a little bit more in line with what you would expect out of a Core or other USA-made PRS guitar. Feels a little bit more comfortable under the arm, I think, when you're playing. It's just a slight bit more of a bevel as far as I can tell. The Custom 24, even in its SE guise, was always a very comfortable guitar anyway, but that's just been accelerated a little bit more with this new top carve on the Custom 24s. Now I'd have to say the biggest noticeable difference for this year's guitars are the addition of a couple of new finishes to the SE line. An old PRS favourite that most people who followed the brand will know, the black gold burst, which is down there to my side, but this one, which I haven't seen before and immediately caught my eye when I saw it, Bonnie Pink, with a natural back and sides. So this is kind of a little bit more of a back to basics guitar in terms of the finish, but it still pops in a very nice, colourful way. I think that this is actually, surprisingly enough, probably going to be one of the hot ticket finishes for this year. that's about it for the differences for the 2021 lineup of guitars. I think they've kind of got Rolex syndrome by this point, where they're not changing things that don't need to be changed. The 35th anniversary of the Custom 24 proved that it's one of the most timeless and popular guitar designs ever, so why change too much about it? They just want to offer you some new colours with a slight revision to the way these things play. You've still got the amazing TCI voiced pickups that we had last year. We've now got a couple of different switching options, whatever your preference is. Rather than the standard USA 5-way, you've still got a 3-way on these non-2408 models, but you've got coil tap via a push-pull here on the tone control. So once again, something slightly different. The 5-way is not on these SE models, but it's just a slightly different take on the same level of coil tappability and versatility. Carrying on from the lineage that they laid out with their 35th anniversary guitars, they've decided to keep the range of Custom 24s really varied. So not only do you have these solid body models with differing electronic setups, you've also got a semi-hollow option as well as a Floyd Rose equipped option too. Alright folks, thank you for joining on this quick overview of the 2021 Custom 24 SE line. Like I said, this is the first of many lines that PRS are putting out this year, so make sure you are subscribed to the Peach Guitars YouTube channel and that you ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the content that we put out over the next few weeks. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and comment down below with your thoughts on these new SE Custom 24s. Stay tuned for the rest of our PRS 2021 coverage. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.